Hey folks, Deano here again. This time taking a look at the second of the twins. This is Android 18 from the Tournament of Power. And yeah, this is going to be another doozy. So yeah, let's just get straight into this one, shall we? And move her out of the way. So, in terms of packaging, again, standard Figuarts fare. We have some nice pictures of 18 at the front. Notice the well-defined eyebrows. That will come up shortly. 118, seal of quality, which frankly doesn't deserve to be there. Another one made in China, so no excuses. And some nice photos on the back and the sides showing 18 off. And again, Cosmic Group have imported it. They are not responsible for the quality. So yeah, get that out of the way and bring in 18. Now, let's take a look at accessories again, shall we? Same as with 17. She comes with an alternate head, which is a bit lacking. Like, the first thing you'll notice with 18's heads is they're way too light for starters. I mean, they should be blonde, not bleached. You can see the eyebrows on that face, but nowhere near as defined as it should be. Yeah, I really wish I still had the original 18 to compare, because the hair colour was far better on that one than it is in this one. But yeah, decent enough. You've got the scowling face, which is what comes on her in the package. You will notice the eyebrows they're there, but they're hard to make out. The teeth gritting face. Eyebrows are a bit harder to make out again. It's showing up a bit better on camera than it is in person. They are very difficult to see. Like, I don't know what was going on in the warehouse. I mean, at least with mine, I don't have any issues with eye placement. A lot of people were having problems with where the eyes were. And the one which I really want to display her with, but at least to the naked eye, she barely has any damn eyebrows. Like, this one's the worst of the lot. There's a bit of pitting on the plastic. Some excess paint has ended up on her chin. And yeah, if I take that off, look real close, you can just about make out a pair of eyebrows. On camera at least. But in person, they might as well be invisible. You cannot see anything. The hair is also way too bright again. But yeah, that's the faces. I had watched Anthony's customs video before this, and he was having the same issue. I think, in fact, his eyebrows were completely missing from this Muck face. So yeah, in terms of hands, it comes with a pair of fist hands, a pair of slightly karate chopping hands, a pair of very martial arts posy hands, one of which is on her just now, a pair of splayed open key blast hands, Again, these really over-exaggerated sort of palm key blast hands. And finally, a pair of key blast hands with pegs on them, which brings her on to the tiny little key blast that you get, which just pegs on. I do like that because it means that these are basically going to be interchangeable between figures as long as they keep giving us hands with pegs on them. So yeah, happy with that. And finally, you get this, which is probably my favourite accessory of the lot. But again, it's over-engineered. Like, there was no need for any of this. Just do what the third-party company did and make the pockets real. And just give her stumps as hands, so she can put her hands literally into her pockets. I don't see the issue with that at all. So yeah, in terms of the figure herself, there's pretty much no paint to speak of. You've got paint for the zipper, paint for the white, and a bit of paint for the boots, and that pretty much covers it. Again, she's using the new 3.0 body, which really isn't 3.0 at all. It's just over-engineered 2.0 joints masquerading. So yeah, not much else to say really. It looks nice enough, don't get me wrong, I do like it. Compared to 17's skin, hers is a bit too pale in comparison, but at least it's better than Olive. But yeah, I don't know, there's something off about her that I'm not sure about. But yeah, let's move on to articulation, shall we? So, head can look up that well, down really well, side to side, and swivel, which is a bit more difficult to do than on 17 because of the collar. She has the same articulation at the shoulder with the over-engineered butterfly joint, which really doesn't do anything. Again, if I push it back in, you get the same range. You get swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbow, which is actually works really well because there's no muscle to speak of. Again, standard ball peg hinge at the wrist, works as it should. Again, you've got a floating piece for her wrist, which does get the job done and makes sure the ball joint actually has room to work. I remember the old Star Wars figures like Obi-Wan and stuff were limited because they didn't do that. In terms of ab crunch, she can get a decent amount forward, a lot back. You actually see inside there. Yeah, that does just look like a ball peg. Not a double ball peg, just a standard one. There is a lot of movement at the waist. Again, this is a sort of floating piece to hide the joint. I'm liking how they've done that. That's quite clever. And of course, can go from side to side. Again, same problem with 17, and I'm guessing the same problem with Super Saiyan 4 Goku when he arrives, and Krillin, and anyone else using this joint setup. She can kick back perfectly fine. Kick forward, sorry. She can kick out about the same as 2.0. Try to kick back though, and her backside is in the way, rendering all backwards motion completely pointless. So yeah, Tamashii, I get you were trying something new, but just get rid of this imagination works sort of setup. It really doesn't work. I would much prefer the segmented look as opposed to the hot pants look on every single figure. You get thigh rotation, double joint at the knees, which works really well. Again, you've got the ball peg hinge system at the feet, which gives a really good ankle rocker. Goes down really well, up really well. And to articulation, standard stuff. So yeah, let's do this. I am feeling brave, so we'll do this on camera. Just to give her... Come on. Pop that in fully. And we move round. That one goes in easier. I think they've done that deliberately. One's tighter than the other so that you can get it on and off quickly. And yeah, that works actually really well. No complaints there. In fact, that's probably how I'll have her displayed. From most angles, can't really tell it's a separate piece, apart from the top. And yeah, I just feel it's a bit over-engineered, frankly. But I'm not going to complain about that. That is really good looking. It really is. So yeah, since we didn't do a comparison in 17's video, let's do it in 18's. There we go. So you can see that difference in skin tone above all else. Let's move them back a bit. And yeah, all in all, both figures are good and bad. Parts of them are quality control mess. Parts of them are really good designs. Like, impressively so. But yeah, if you already have the originals, I don't know if I can justify going out and getting these instead. Unless you really like the Tournament of Power androids. I'm sorry both of these videos have been like basically downplaying both figures. I mean, they are good, but I just can't overlook the quality control issues that they have, which could easily be avoided. Like, they've clearly been rushed out the factory. Just get them out there. We're already behind schedule. Like, move. But yeah, they are good figures, and they'll be getting placed on the shelf where they belong. I just wish Tamashii would do better. I really do. But yeah, guys, hopefully the next review after this will finally be Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so I can finally review the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta as well. Oh, lovely. But yeah, guys, that'll do it for this review. I'll see y'all later.